Hey everyone, welcome back to the studio. So I have an exciting project today. I had a company reach out to me. It's Resiners. So they sent me this package of dried flowers, and today we're going to go ahead and do a resin project. So let's go ahead and get started. So first off, I want to thank Resiners for sending the flowers and giving them a shout out. We're going to go ahead and open this and see what they're all about. So the collection that I was sent is called the Colorful Collection, and on the listing they have 20 different collections. Some of them are the same colors, like the violet. There's just different amounts in them, but there's a variety of different ones, like red and violet, like I said. There's a black and white, and a whole bunch of different ones that you can go through and pick out what you want, and quantity as well. So in here we have 6 different packages. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a greenery pack. And in here also is a set of tweezers. And they are metal tweezers, they're not little plastic ones, which is nice. Has a little cup on it. Yeah. Metal. Alright, let's pick, let's go with this one. So these are vacuum sealed, completely dry. They come on a card. Go ahead and open up one of these real quick. And slide it out. So inside is a plastic sleeve that's over the flowers so they stay put. And there you have the flowers. Okay. And if I pick up one, there you go. That looks good. And yeah, they're definitely very dry. You can hear that. So no moisture, which is really good, especially going into resin. So the idea for today's project is I'm going to make something that I usually do because I want to see how these do instead of trying to make something new. I'm going to go ahead and do a set of coasters, and I picked out the round. So this is for the base, and there's just these. And they are approximately 3.5 inches round. So we're going to do 4 coasters and the coaster stand. And yeah, we'll do a mix of different ones. I think I'm going to leave this out for a different project. But we're going to do 1 coaster, that one, that one, that one with some greenery, and just mix them all up, kind of thing. Alright, this is going to be fun. So for the resin, we're going to do the standard Art and Glow resin, which I always make or use. And yeah. Let's get these set up real quick and figure out how we're going to decorate 3.5 inches. Alright, so for the first one, these are built, or they're made upside down. So the top is actually here. And just going to, there's a reason for this. So I'm just going to take half of this and design how I want this to look. So I'm going to build these ones right side up. And get some of these separated real quick. There we go. Let's get some greenery in here. Ooh, that is really cool. You guys need to see this. That one is really super cool. Look at that. Hope that comes up. That one is really neat. I like that flower. So I'm going to put that one there. This way I can see how this is going to look, and then what I'm going to do, now it's a little bit big. Let's go with this guy. Then I will place these ones around, kind of like that. Get a variety of different colors in here. Oh, we need another one of these because these are so cool looking. And we're going to do layers. Kind of like that. I'm going to use this one, then I can go ahead and take it apart. And add in little sprigs here and there. So, like that. And where's that little one? And there we go. And I think that will fit almost perfect. So kind of like that. So that is the first one. I'm going to go ahead and get the other ones set up. Setting some aside because I think I'm going to put some around here. And I should be able to put them in just like that. I might have to use some UV resin to stick them to the side, but we'll find out when we get there. So I'm just setting a few aside from each of the little packets. So here's the purple one, or violet. Like I said, this is the colorful collection, so it's all the different colors. I want to see how they all react with the different, or with the resin. So look at the pansy. Look at this. Come here. I love pansies. Okay, so let's start off with a big old leaf. Add in some sprigs of stuff. There you go. What else do we have in here? Ooh, look at that. That one's pretty cool, but that is long, so I don't want that in there. But that is really neat. So I'm going to lift this up. Put that there. And then we'll put these on top. Kind of like that. So if I do this, I can see how it's going to lay. So that's going to be good. I like that one. Yes, for the edges, I'm going to go with you. Look how vibrant that is. Oh, little tiny forget-me-nots. Look at how cute those are. Look at that. That is so cool. So we're definitely putting some of those in. Those are really cool. There's a fern. Like that. Get out there. There we go. There we look. Perfect. Oh, that one's really cool too. Check this out. That one. That one's really neat. Alright, so we want some of this pink, like baby's breath stuff. There's a little tiny rosebud looking one. There we go. Have those sticking out the top. Super long. Alright, I'm going to open up the greenery pack for this one because everything in there is super long for this. Like I said, I have another idea for it, doing a tray, which the long ones are perfect for. So I don't want to break up all the long ones. So let's see what's inside the greenery pack. Look at that. That's going to go in there, definitely. These ones I think are perfect for this red set. Like that. And we'll go ahead and do another one. Like that. How's that? I like that. See how that looks? Perfect. Alrighty. Alright, we are ready to go. I have the 4 sets for the coasters. The coasters are right here. They have been cleaned and sprayed with silicone mold release. And I'm going to go ahead and mix up 8 ounces. These hold a little over an ounce each. I think they're close to 2. So I'm going to mix that up, and the rest of it will go in here, and I'll mix up more as I need it. So let's go ahead and mix up some 8 ounces of resin. Art and Glow resin is a 1-to-1 ratio mix. It is a very low odor, self-leveling, self-releasing air bubbles. It's actually a really nice resin. I've been using it for years. No, I'm not promoted by them. I just really like their resin. It'd be nice if I could get promoted by them, but I don't think they do that. Anyways, while I get this mixed up, I do want to make sure everybody does know that Resiners did send me the flowers for free to do a review on them. You are going to get my honest opinion, even though they did send them for free. But I just want to be open and honest with that. There is a link in the description for everything that I will be using, including the mixing cups, the molds, the flowers, the resin. So if any of you want to pick up the items that I used today, you can use those links, and I will get a kickback from Amazon. And the link for the flowers, I'll get a kickback from Resiners for promoting their items. Okay, resin is mixed. We are ready to go. So as far as the kickback, I'll cover that real quick. It doesn't cost you anything more, but the companies like Amazon and Resiners, they will give me a percentage of the sales. Like I said, it doesn't cost you anything more, but it helps support all of this so that I can make more stuff for you guys to see. So, how I'm going to do this, get all these lined up out here. Okay, I'm going to pour in a little on the bottom, which will be the top. This will just give me a nice base. I want to get enough on there to cover the entire bottom of the silicone mold. And let that spread out, kind of thing. And help it along. Get it pushed up into the edge. So all I'm doing right now is releasing any trap bubbles that are around the edge of it. Because they do like to hang on. So I'm just running a thin piece of plastic around it. So now is the fun part, and we add the flowers. So I don't want to put my hands in these, obviously. Right, we're going to start off with this one. And basically, since I went through and layered them, all I have to do now is put them over like this. And I still have them set up out here just in case I want to add more once I get them in here, kind of thing. See, like right there, I want to add something else to it. So there. Just like that. And there's that one. I think in this one, dig back into this greenery here. I think I want one of these. Put that right up here. Just like that. I think that'll look really good. I have to say that this is actually a lot of fun. It's kind of like painting with dried flowers. And with all the different varieties, which is really nice. It's something I can't do here. I can't grow or get a hold of an abundance of different flowers and dry them myself. It's just not possible where I live. So having this as an option with all of these different types of flowers and different colors is absolutely wonderful. I am super excited about this. No. There we go. Saved it. All right. This one is super fragile and I did break it, but it is savable. It also gives me the opportunity, come on, to stretch it out just a little bit. And have it show up there. Yeah. Because nobody's going to see the backside, so that's alright. Okay. So, there we have it. So far, everything looks great. Alright, so now we're going to lightly drizzle in the rest of this resin. Very small stream. Work my way over the top, filling up the container. I don't want to pour globs of it because I don't want it to force the flowers down. But I do want to get them completely covered. Just like that. A tiny bit more right there. There we go. Alright. And same thing with the rest of them. And those can set aside. And these will all cure on the leveled table. Once I get done here. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and do this. And same thing, go through here, make sure there's no bubbles. gently set it down in here. Kind of squish it in there just very gently. All I'm doing, setting it down in there like that. Very, very gently. Alright, so now for the bottom of this thing, I've thought about different things, adding a little bit of color to the bottom, which I think I'm going to. I left a little space in these guys, and I'm going to do the same with this. But I am going to add a little bit of flowers to this, to add a little bit of color to it. So, and same thing, I'm just going to add a very thin layer very slowly. Okay, there's that. And for now, get these to the leveled table and let them cure through the night. And then we're going to go ahead and add a bottom in tomorrow. So, first day, I like how these work. I like how they're turning out. They're not bleeding. They're not changing color yet. The resin's already warmed up because it's taken so long. Again, that's why I like this resin. I got 20 minutes working time, kind of thing. So I can do longer projects like this. And yeah. Alright, so I will see you guys all tomorrow. It is the next day and I'm ready to finish these, and I've thought a lot about how I want to finish these. There's a lot of them out there where they just leave them like this and they're clear and you can see all the way through them and they look really cool. But again, there's a lot of them out there that's already like that. And I am going to add cork to these so that they protect the surface of a table. So I am going to add some kind of colorant and a little bit more resin. So I thought about, different colors, but there's so many colors in the flowers, and I really liked how the flowers looked on the black mat. So I have here a black pigment. And I think by using this, it's going to make the color pop really nice. And I'm also going to use a tiny bit of the graphite black from Rolio. Reason being a tiny bit is I don't want it to break up. or crack, I guess. It's not really cracked, it just kind of looks like it does. So just a little bit of shimmer, not much. Just a tiny bit. So I am mixing, I've already mixed up the 3 ounces of resin. It's probably not going to take the full 3 ounces to cap all of these with the black, but I want to make sure I have enough, because I am mixing this, getting the exact same mix. I don't want to try to, mimic that. And I really don't want one to be a little bit different than the other one. So get that thoroughly mixed in. All right, these might be a little bit opaque, but that's okay. So there you have it. It should be pretty good. Actually, I'm going to add a little bit more black. I don't want them too opaque. So like I said, I'm going to add cork to the back of these, and I don't want it to show through too much. I want to get a nice solid back. Okay. So that's not really dark at all. I guess this black is more transparent than I thought. Easy enough fix, I hope. Get a swirl effect going on, which might actually look pretty cool. And as resin heats up and cures, it does become mobile. It moves, it shifts. I think they're all filled up. That looks good. And yeah, there's like a tiny bit left, so not bad. Glad I mixed up the full 3 ounces. All right, pop these air bubbles and let this sit for another 24 hours, and we'll see what it looks like when we come back. See you tomorrow. It is day 3, and those are solid. So it's ready to take out of the molds. Let's see how they turned out, shall we? There's the first one. So the back of them turned out smoky instead of solid black, which is fine. It looks good. You see the different layers in there. Some floated, some sank a little bit. Gives it a nice depth. Those flowers look amazing. There's no bleeding. There's no discoloration. Okay. This is the purple one. That one turned out absolutely beautiful. Oh, look at that blue. Look at that. I have to say, I think my favorite is the blue one. But I also love how the purple one, I mean, they're all pretty, so. But I love the blue. Alright, so I'm going to clean up the edge on the bottom, get some still shots, and show you what it looks like at the end. So I want to give a big thank you to Resiners for supplying the flowers. They have been fun to work with, easy to work with, and they turned out fabulous. Absolutely love this project. So easy to work with. They held their color, they didn't bleed, they didn't change color. They just look amazing. So yeah, thank you to Resiners for supplying the flowers. If you would like to get some of your own, they have like I said, 20 different packets. The link to get them will be in the description and the pinned comment below. Same with the silicone mold that I used for this coaster set. If you would like to get this coaster set, the link for that will also be in the description. And you can look forward to another project using the rest of these later on. And I think I'm going to pick up the black and white set next, because I want to make something out of that one. But anyways, hope you enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments your thoughts. What would you make out of it? And I will see you in the next video. Stay creative.